Good morning students, welcome to standard first environment. Today we will going to our next chapter water. तो water जो chapter है हमारा 13 chapter water वो टेक्स्ट बुक से पहले हम आज डिजिटल में देख लेते हैं। डिजिटल में आपको water के बारे में बहुत सारी जानकारी मिलेगी। बाद में हम टेक्स्ट बुक से चैप्टर कंटिन्यू करेंगे एंड क्वेश्चन आंसर भी लिखेंगे। तो आज हम वाटर के बारे में यहाँ पे देखते हैं।
Chapter 3 Water, Oh Water. Friends, let's listen to this poem. Water. Don't waste water. Water is precious. Water is life. Water is precious. Tip, tip, tip. Oh, the waterfalls, overflowing the rivers, lakes and ponds. Waves of ocean gallop like a horse. Don't waste water. Water is precious. Taking form of icebergs on hilltops. Boil it, heat it, turns into vapor. Keeping singing the song of spring. Water is life. Water is precious. Giving life to crops, plants and trees. Running in human body, nourishing animals and birds. Water is life. Water is precious. During drought, there is stress. Life seems to be in pain. During floods, there is threat and fright. Ah, well, tap. A hand pump filled with water. Water is life. Water is precious. Raju Kag, Meow. Now, let us listen to another poem. Water. I'll wash my face with water, said Munna to his Nani. We all quench our thirst with water. We are all alive because of water. Water has been with us for ages. Its story can fill so many pages. Somewhere it is dew, somewhere it is snow. Steam is also water, as you know. Water has formed so many. That is what says my Nani. The river flows, the waterfalls sing, and water swells in lakes and springs. Life on earth it has brought, watered fields and life they got. But when the water breaks and floods, great misfortune it always works. Shri Prasad. Friends, how was the poem? Can you tell me what is this poem about? It's
अबाउट वाटर की जो ये पोयम थी, पोयम से आपको बहुत छोटी सी पोयम है बट पोयम से आपको बहुत अच्छी चीज़ें सीखने को मिलेगी कि वाटर हम कहाँ कहाँ पे यूज़ करते हैं, कहाँ कहाँ से हमें whenever we get water, वाटर कहाँ से हमें मिलता है एंड हम उसे किस तरह से स्पॉइल करते हैं। जैसे डेली मॉर्निंग में उठ के हम डेली वर्क जो हम स्टार्ट करते हैं, तो मॉर्निंग में फर्स्ट हम जब ब्रश करते हैं, तो जब भी हम ब्रश करते हैं तो टैप हम खुला ही छोड़ देते हैं, तो कितना सारा पानी वेस्ट हो जाता है। हम ब्रश जो है वो हाफ मिनट या 1 मिनट तक तो करते हैं, तो 1 मिनट तक ब्रश करेंगे तो और उतने टाइम में हम टैप अगर खुला रख देंगे तो वाटर कितना वेस्ट हो जाएगा। जो सिंपल सी चीज़ें हैं, अभी आप छोटे हो तो अभी से जो आपकी हैबिट होगी वही आपकी लाइफ टाइम की हैबिट रहती है। तो ये जहाँ पे आप ब्रश करना मॉर्निंग में फर्स्ट स्टार्ट करो, आज से ही आप ये वीडियो देख के क्या करना है कि जब भी आप ब्रश करो बेसिन का जो टैप है उसे खोल के मत रखो, ओपन मत रखो। आफ्टर ब्रश एंड जब आपको क्लीन करना है, माउथ रिंसिंग करना है, दैट टाइम आपको टैप ओपन करना है, अदरवाइज बंद रखना है। ओके, कंटिन्यू करते हैं।
It's about about water. Water is a necessity for all living beings. Water is life. You all must have read this sentence in many places. For our survival, water is a primary necessity. Friends, think and say, if you are very thirsty and you do not have water, how would you feel? You would feel that in this heat, if someone gives you some water to drink, then you will be happy. Am I right? Our morning starts with water. Starting from brushing your teeth, bathing, drinking, and in cooking food, water is necessary. We eat food which are made of grains, and grains grow in the field. Water is required for growing these grains. Thus, without water, we would have been hungry and thirsty. So now you know how necessary water is in our lives. Friends, can you tell from where we get water? The answer is in this poem. From the river, right. From which other place do we get water from? Right, from the wells, ponds, springs, waterfalls, sea, etc. We learned that water is necessary for our various activities. Tick the activities for which water is needed. First activity, to play. For playing game, there is no need of water. Second activity, to sing. For singing, water is not required. Third activity, to row a boat. We require water to row a boat. Fourth activity, to write. For writing, water is not required. Fifth activity, to make tea. For making tea, water is required. So here we put tick. Sixth activity, to knead dough. Water is required to knead dough. So here we put a tick. Seventh activity, to run a fan. Water is not required to run a fan. Eighth activity, to paint pictures. Water is required to paint pictures. So here we put a tick. Ninth activity, to grow plants. Water is required to grow plants. So here we put a tick. Name any 4 activities which you can do without water. To read, to write, to play, to listen to a story. Name any 4 activities which you cannot do without water. To paint, to wash a bicycle, to bathe, to brush. Water more or less. Friends, we learned that most of the activities are not possible without water. But all activities do not require equal quantity of water. Some activities need more water, whereas some less. Let's do an activity. Arrange the following on the basis of the amount of water that is needed for each of the activities. Begin with the activity that needs the most water. Activities: to bathe, to drink, to clean the house, to water the fields, to knead the dough, to cook food. To water the fields will be the first activity. To clean the house will be the second activity. To bathe will be the third activity. To cook food will be the fourth activity. To knead the dough will be the fifth activity. To drink will be the sixth activity. Let's do another activity. Water from where? Friends, do you know from where does water come in our home? From the tap, right? But from where does water come in the tap? From the tank, right? In many houses, water comes from the hand pump. But from where does water come in the hand pump? Tank or tap? That is, from where do we get water? Water is available in the river, well, pond, waterfall, tube well, hot water spring, sea. From here we get water in our house. Friends, have you seen hot water coming out of the ground? Oh, you haven't seen? Come, let me show you. There is a place named Tulsi Sham near Junagadh in our Gujarat state. Here, there is a hot water spring. From this spring, hot water comes out from the ground. Many pilgrims come here to bathe. Does any river flow through our Ahmedabad city? If yes, write its name. Absolutely right. Sabarmati river flows through Ahmedabad city. Do you know the names of any rivers? Narmada, Tapi, Mahi, Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, Sindhu, Kaveri, Krishna, etc. are few of the rivers which flow through our country. Children, we live in a city, so we get water easily through the taps in our houses, and we can use that for our daily activities. But do you know, in some villages, people have to go far away to fetch water and suffer many problems. They do not get water easily like us. There are some reasons for this, as less rainfall and no facility for storage of water. So, they have to go far away to fetch water from wells, ponds or rivers. Moreover, in villages, certain people are not allowed to take water from the common source. They are called as untouchables. They can take water from only one well or hand pump which is very far from the village. Activity: color the pictures of those containers which you use for storing water. Take a look at the pictures. If we fill them with water, which will contain the least water? A small jug will contain the least water. Which will contain the most water? Absolutely right. The big bucket will contain the most water. In which containers can same amount of water be filled? The big bucket and oil jar can be filled with the same amount of water. Chakku is confused. Ruchan and Chakku were feeling very thirsty. Their uncle gave both of them mango panna in steel tumblers. But Chakku wanted the drink only in a glass tumbler. Her uncle poured the panna into a glass tumbler. But Chakku was not happy. She complained, "Uncle, you have given me less panna. What do you feel? Did Chakku's glass tumbler have less panna?" No friends, steel tumbler is long in size, whereas a glass tumbler is broad in size. So the quantity of panna appears to be less. But in reality, the quantity is same in both the tumblers. Activity. Given in the grid are some places where water is found. Find some places and put a circle around each. One has already been done for you. The first word seen here is waterfall. Now see the next row. Here we can see lake. So we put a circle around it. In the next row, there is sea. So we put a circle around it. In the next row, there is spring. So we put a circle around it. In the fifth line, we can see oceans. So we put a circle around it. Now that we have checked the rows, let us check in the column. In the first column, there is when. So we put a circle around it. See this second column. Can you find any place or water resource? We can't find any place or resource in this column, nor in the third, fourth and fifth column. In the sixth column, there is rain. So we put a circle around it. In the seventh column, there is pond. So we put a circle around it. See this eighth column. Can you find any place or water resource? No, we can't find any place or resource. In the ninth column, there is tap. So we put a circle around it. Wow, we have found all places where water is found. Very good. Now let's do another activity. Activity. In every row, put a circle around one that is different from the others. Also, tell how it is different. Here 4 rows are given. In each row, there is a different word, image from the other. We need to put a circle around it. Let us start. River, mountain, lake, pond, spring. In the first row, river, mountain, lake, pond and spring are given. Here river is a water resource, but mountain is not a water resource, whereas lake, pond and spring are water resources. Here only mountain is different from the others. So let us put a circle on it. Bathing, washing clothes, swimming, combing hair, kneading dough. In the second row, different activities like bathing, washing clothes, swimming, combing hair and kneading dough are given. Here, activity like bathing, washing clothes, swimming and kneading dough require water, whereas for combing hair, water is not required. So here, combing hair is different. So let us put a circle on it. Fish, duck, monkey, crocodile, tortoise. In the third row, fish, duck, monkey, crocodile and tortoise are given. Here, animals like fish, duck, crocodile and tortoise live in the water, while monkey does not live in the water. It is different. So let us put a circle on it. Car, boat, bus, train, bicycle. In the fourth row, some vehicles like car, boat, bus, train and bicycle are given. Here, vehicles like car, bus, train and bicycle move on the road, while boat cannot move on the road. It moves in water. So it is different. So let us put a circle on it. Good. We have completed this activity. Fun with colors. Take a paper and fold it in the middle. Now unfold it and put some drops of different colors on it. Fold the paper again and press it. Unfold the paper. Look what you have made.
ये देखा आपने, इस चैप्टर से आपने बहुत सारी चीजें सीखी कि वाटर हमें कहाँ से मिलता है, किस यूज में आता है, कौन सी एक्टिविटी में वाटर ज़्यादा यूज होता है, कौन सी एक्टिविटी में वाटर कम यूज होता है। ये सारी चीजें हमने इस चैप्टर से सीखी। और ये आपका डिजिटल क्लास था। नेक्स्ट पीरियड में मैं आपको टेक्स्ट बुक से सारी एक्सप्लेन करूंगी एंड हम वो चैप्टर कंटिन्यू करेंगे। ओके, सो थैंक यू सो मच। स्टे सेफ, स्टे हेल्दी।